restarted. And that was already becoming an interesting one. They're all interesting here. But I wanted to know what was going to happen on that third down. If you're still sticking around, appreciate you, but it will be worth it. Now, if there's another disconnect, it's a whole different story. But as you saw, that one was already getting enjoyable. You see the stats there for the Big Ten Florida State. Sorry, Big Ten UNC team and the Pac-12 Florida State team. We are back. Gonna get the game audio back in here. Florida has won the toss. Looks like they're going to be kicking to start the game. So far, a similar start to the last game. Final adjustments being made by the head coaches. This time, just a 1 mile-an-hour wind. Kickoff almost goes through the upright, and that's going to be waved at. So the Tar Heels are going to take over at the 25. Four wides for Drake May. Gives the handoff to Nelly St. Lunatic. A couple defenders on the Seminoles dive right past him. 8-yard pickup on first down up to the 33-yard line. Tackled by the first defender that put contact on him. Looks sort of like a draw up the middle. Beautiful night out here once again. Clear conditions. Two tights to the right. Shotgun out of May. Hands off to Nelly St. Lunatic. Finds a cutback space. Deion Sanders and others there colliding there on the tackle. The St. Lunatic with another good run, and that's going to be first down at the 43. Hand off to St. Lunatic, and he looked like it was designed to be a sweep. He cut it back, and a couple defenders were right there in that cutback lane. He couldn't really do anything with that, so it's a no gain on first down. We got an empty set here. May back there all by himself with 5 wides. Bowen, the user, in the middle. May find a little bit of extra space to pass in the pocket, and he's going to find Randy Maxwell for a 10-yard reception, but it's going to be 3rd and inches. Ball at the 47 with 5.5 left in the first quarter. May look nifty in that pocket as he was able to purchase a little bit more time and space before delivering that pass, which I thought might have been a first down, but led to 3rd and inches. Cowboy Clink right there playing deep center safety. And it's going to be a fake to St. Lunatic and a keeper by Drake May. A couple defenders are right there next to him, but didn't realize he had the ball, and May is going to rush for an 8-yard first down. 5:12 on the clock and at the ball at the 39-yard line now. UNC able to have a big conversion, even though it was just inches. Now approaching field goal range. Trips to the right. Shotgun. Handoff. St. Lunatic makes a move. He might have made a move. I think that might have been Cold Boy. I'm not sure. Number 33. Find out who that is for you. 7-yard pickup for Nelly. They break out of the huddle and approach the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 3, trips bunch right, shotgun. Lunatic with the handoff. Keeper by May. Smacked down for a 3-yard loss. Stephen Dix Jr. with the TFL, and that fires up the Florida State crowd. Four wides. Looks like a halfback screen. Looked like he was halted to begin with, but now he's got some open space. Cold Boy got a little bit of a block, and Bowen and others bring him down, but that's a first down yardage right there. Ball at the 21 now. 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Drake May, 2 for 2 on his attempts today. That one for first down yardage. Looked like the halfback screen had kind of gotten slowed up, but May with enough time to deliver the ball. And Nelly able to find the space and outrun defenders. Good blocking downfield, though, as well helped. 4 wides once again. Drake May delivers an out route, and that's going to be swatted away by Travis J. Travis J, 2 tackles in his first deflection now on the game. Looked like a 5-yard out route, trying to throw back to the field side. Kind of a long throw there. That's going to be Drake May's first incompletion. They've broken the huddle. And with 4 wides and St. Lunatic on the left hip, Drake May is going to hand it to him on the counter run. He cuts it back to the inside and picks up 4. He's got 5 rushes for 29 yards, 5.8 average. Ball inside the 20, 3rd and 6. Definitely a slower pace feeling to this game. Been clean for the Tar Heels so far. Fakes the handoff to St. Lunatic. Drake May finding space over on the right side as he scrambles. Then throws it last second, and that defender can't get to him. Chapman is going to get into the end zone for a 17-yard TD. Nifty play there by Drake May. Looked like he was running out of space as the pursuit was starting to get to him.
Sorry we're late, folks. Got a little bit crazy at the tailgate. Hang on.
And that's the voice of Victoria's coach from the earlier matchup in this doubleheader. That's Coach Brusoe. Thanks for joining us.
No problem, no problem. Had to show the co-eds how to do the beer bongs and all that stuff real quick, so we're all good now.
Tar Heel kickoff about 4 yards deep to Toafili. Toafili with an inside-out move. Finds a lot of space up to the 30, the 35. And he's going to be tackled down there about the 36. 40-yard return there for Lawrence Toafili. Good starting field position.
Toafili's got that big body, man. But he's sneaky athletic.
He handles punt returns and kick returns here for the Seminoles, as well as starting tailback. Showed off his hands in that first matchup before the disconnection. Full pistol here for CincyBowen, the left-handed quarterback. Play clock under 10. Here's a snap. CincyBowen senses pressure, breaks out of the pocket right. Left-handed quarterback, tough time throwing that. He's hit as he throws, hits the defender in the hand, and the Seminoles will be thankful that that wasn't an interception.
Absolutely. You know, it's tough for a quarterback to throw on the run accurately, much less if he's rolling to his non-dominant hand side, right? And very fortunate, like you said, but it is just another down, just like throwing the ball away. It's 2nd and 10.
4 wides as Johnny Manziel, freshman phenom, steps in. Drop straight back, 5. Now breaking out to the right, showing off a little speed. Throws a pick on his first throw, and that's going to be a pick 6, Pimps.
That's a tough one. Great jump by the linebacker, or the defender staying in coverage. A little bit of a late throw to the sideline, and you know, this game's kind of started a little bit different than the last, huh?
I think the play that, or the part of that play that really kind of got it in UNC's favor is the pressure that the quarterback sensed. He tried to break out of the pocket, and he didn't have enough speed to clear out enough space to go any longer. Settled for the short one and threw into that mistake. Toafili with the kickoff here. Kick return up to about the 10-yard line. It's a 19-yard return, but it's only going to be up around the 10. So with their second possession, Florida State going to try to get some points on this one as they are in the hole 14.
Yep. And if you got it, you're down 14 now. Listen, things have not gone your way this first part of this game, but take a breath, collect yourselves, and see if you can move the ball down the field.
Move the ball, move the sticks. Trayshawn Ward with a 12-yard carry off the right tackle. That's going to move the sticks for the first time for the Seminoles.
There you go. See? The best way to help a young quarterback, get his running game going. Take the pressure. Defense then has to come up a little bit, and that's when you hit him with play action pass after a couple nice chunks on the ground. So, nice to see from Florida State.
Four wides as Manziel steps back in. Shares the backfield with Toafili. Making every adjustment. Ball snaps, strafes out to the right, finds McClain. Delivers a good ball right there to McClain for a first down and 13-yard gain.
So we have a little bit of input lag going on because I think we got a timeout from the home team right now, George.
We could ask about it after the game.
But nice timing throw right there on the out route. You know, not just standing in the pocket. Get the young kid an easy throw. Build his confidence back up. And, you know, just keep matriculating the ball down the field, as old Hank Stram once said.
The difference in that pass was that he didn't have the pass rush that flushed him out of the pocket on that one. He was able to stand right where he dropped back to. Hand off to Ward up the middle. Meets a defender immediately. Breaks that tackle, but more defenders there. Drop him for a 0-yard gain. 2nd and 10.
I mean, you see it on display. This North Carolina defense has a lot of speed, and they're very aggressive when getting to the football. So, you know, if you leave a couple unblocked because you think they're a little bit outside the box, they scream in, and that run could have been big, but it's a no-yard gain.
3 wideouts to the left. Manziel out of the shotgun. Quick strike to Brown. And Antonio Brown with a 9-yard reception. Gets tackled. Almost fell over the yellow line, but it's going to be 3rd and inches here at the 44.
Yeah. You know, nice way. That's kind of a nice, easy way to kind of, once again, getting nice, quick, easy throws for your young quarterback. Get him warmed up a little bit, especially after the ice-cold pick 6 right there to start the game. You know, that's kind of a good concept to work either in man or zone. And they've got a little bit of a soft zone, so you just pick it underneath. I think it's 3rd and manageable.
Under a minute and a half left to go in the first. Florida State with their second possession in this game. Facing 3rd and inches. Shotgun 2-back split. Manziel hands off to Ward, and he's going to maybe get that. He got a gain of 1. Got tackled behind the line, but forward progress gives him the first down at the 45, and Seminole crowd likes that.
Oh, yeah. You know, especially after the start they've had, getting some positive momentum as you're reaching midfield. You can start seeing, you know, that was a great rally to by North Carolina to make it tough for him to stretch the ball over the first down marker, but it's a new set of downs once again for the Seminoles.
So you got Bowen with his hand in the ground over there on the right side with Voorhees. Manziel throwing to Bowen over the top. Gets past the defender. Can't come down with the spec catch. Johnny Manziel put it on him. Maybe could have floated out more, but I think that would have been overthrown if it was. Defender able to pop that ball loose. And that was a big play both ways.
That was a huge play on both sides. You know, CincyBowen does some spot reps at the receiver position, but maybe not having that consistent practice time with the jugs machine kind of got his hands a little bit rusty. That was a beautiful ball by Manziel.
That is insane for a player with his hand in the ground to be able to get that far downfield. That fast. And Manziel drops back to pass on this 2nd and 10. Surveys the field, throws it over the middle. Had a man there. CincyBowen. Hands are true on this one. That's going to be a first down for the Seminoles.
Whew. You know, thrown across the middle. There was a couple powder blue jerseys in the area, but great job with Manziel spitting the ball in there. And CincyBowen, we talked about his hands maybe being a little bit rusty. His route running sure is not, though. That was a hell of a speed dig right there.
Split halfbacks out of shotgun here. It's Brown in the slot. Manziel takes a snap. Breaking out to the right. The defender doesn't have enough speed to get him, and Manziel's going to make a move inside and then back out. And that's going to let the Tar Heel defender tackle him down. 5-yard pickup, though, for the freshman.
Yeah, kind of learned from his mistakes earlier. If nothing's open, first or second read, use his legs. He's an athletic as hell kid, but that's an amazing job in the open field by the North Carolina defender to only limit that to a 5-yard gain.
Especially after the first defender missed. Manziel could have really made him pay. Bowen with the keeper. Read option. Trying to use that speed to the outside. User tackle right there for a loss. And that's going to expire the first quarter as the Tar Heels have a 14-point lead. But the Florida State Seminoles at home at the 27-yard line, threatening to cut into this lead. 3rd and 5. Manageable and makeable. Players are now set on the other side of the field on the left hash. Bowen split out to the right with Travis Evie. Brown to the left with Douglas. Manziel making a couple adjustments. 5 on the play clock. Let's see if he gets this off. 4, 3, 2. Another adjustment. Snapped with 2 seconds. Manziel breaking out of the pocket, trying to get away from the impact player, and he can't. Hit as he throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Manziel getting up a little bit slow on that one, frustrated with his offensive line.
Man, what a blitz call right there. Linebacker came scot-free. Nobody even touched him. And he's athletic enough. Like we talked about, the underlying factors. This is North Carolina team's very athletic in the defensive side of the ball. And now we got a 4th down here, George.
I can read that. Yes, sir. We got 4 wides. Ward in the backfield. Manziel with the quarterback duties here. Drops straight back. Fires a fastball over to the right. CincyBowen, as he got hit. True hands on that one. First down yardage. And the clutch gene in effect here for the Seminoles early as they pick up a first down at the 12-yard line now.
Yep, you saw the protection was just good enough. And the timing was a little bit better on that outbreaking route comparatively to the pick 6, obviously. But, you get a first down, and plus you can still get another first down since you're outside the 10-yard line.
I love it. You're the one who notices that first. Ward with the carry right up the middle. And he's not going to get tackled until he's really close to that yellow line. It's going to be 2nd and 2 at the 4.
How we talked about running the ball and kind of having everybody play back. Well, the exact opposite can be true as well. If you start throwing the ball in the perimeter, the defense has to respect it. Then they lighten the box up maybe a little bit. And that's how you get 8 yards on first down, which I don't know about you, but I think 10 out of 10 people would take 8 yards on first down.
Not pretty condensed set here, not spreading them out on this one. But Bowen with the direct snap. Got almost a yard of gain as it's 3rd and inches now.
Got that trampoline effect going on. Guess I'm not the only one.
This looks like Tebow time down here. Florida State Seminole style. A couple adjustments being made, and Bowen is going to find his way into the end zone. And Florida State, if they make this extra point, cutting the lead of 14 and down to 7.
You know, running that heavy set, I'm very familiar with it. If your two up backs can get their blocks, it's pretty much a walk-in from 5 yards and in every time. And obviously, Florida State's been used to running that formation. And we got a one-possession lead again.
Little less than a quarter left in the first half. UNC has had the ball twice, scored on each possession. But Florida State, good time management. Big conversion came on 4th down. And steadied the nerves a little bit after that first pick 6. Got a good matchup here so far.
Definitely a good matchup. But now here comes the chess match, right? Florida State.
Yes.
Florida State answers. Now, what can North Carolina do to kind of potentially bring this back to a 2-score lead?
Well, they had a lot of success running the ball with Nelly St. Lunatic, and they also ran the ball a couple times with Drake May. Drake May was able to find some targets. The one halfback screen really popped off. Drake May finds a cross here. About 6 yards deep. No, it's going to be a 4-yard gain.
I think that was Chapman on the under, it looked like. And, trying to run a little bit. I think that's, kind of that vertical concept with one guy underneath. It's hard to stop in man coverage.
And that's going to be a handoff. Noah keeper. May keeping it. Pays the price a little bit as he got hit by 2 guys, but makes it now really 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
And that's kind of big. That's becoming, that run concept is becoming the flavor of the month, because especially if you go to your coaching adjustments and you say you want to leave the pitch man but watch the quarterback, that right there, besides every other read option in the game, is different. So everything's backwards on that. So you can almost have to guess if that play is coming or not to stop it right away.
4 wide to the right. Hand off to St. Lunatic, and he is going to get met at the yellow line, but able to slide off of the defender, fall forward for about 5 more yards, and it's going to be 1st and 10 up at the 38.
Yeah, that St. Lunatic, we call him a lunatic for a reason. He can fly around. He's crazy, and he just kept his balance just long enough to kind of shimmy shake his way a little bit and get the 1st down.
Here's the snap. Lunatic with the counter, weaving his way outside, then back in. That cutback, able to give him just enough space to fall forward over the yellow line. He's up to the 48 now, 1st and 10.
Running the little counter. We've seen the counter run numerous times over the years here in the NWO. But when you have a back that's that quick on his first few steps like St. Lunatic is, makes it even more difficult to try to slow down. But another 1st down for the Heels.
2 tight end set here. May with the handoff. Lunatic over the right side, cutting it back. Pickup of 8.
Yeah. Hard thing. You see a lot of different run concepts coming. You're seeing a Q counter bash. You're seeing, the regular read option. Now you're seeing buck sweep, or AKA strong power on here as well, where you pull both guards and try to gain 2 extra blockers in space. Once again, you're using a quick running back plus extra bodies. It's going to be hard to stop as a defense.
Defenders really coming down to the line of scrimmage now. And Lunatic right on cue is going to get tackled for a TFL, 3rd and 5.
Maybe went into the cookie jar one too many times, but also a great call by the defensive coordinator for Florida State, anticipating potentially that play was going to be run, sending the backside backer, and if a linebacker is not getting touched until he makes contact with the back, it's going to cause some offensive problems.
Trips bunch right. Drake May Surveying the field. A lot of time. Delivers the ball over the top. He should have it. And that is a touchdown. What awareness by number 8. He's able to turn around, locate the football, and get both feet down. That would have been good on Sundays. Big explosive play. And the Tar Heels are back up by 14 with this extra point.
Oof. We're still playing football, George, because that looks like about a 60-meter sprint, and May just drops it in the bucket.
Single man coverage.
Yep. You got
No
one-on-one.
help. No help out there.
Yep. One dude's better than the other dude in that situation, and the quarterback drops it in, and back up to a 2-possession lead.
Quarterback had a lot of time to pass. There was no rush to him at all. So Philly from 7 yards deep. Inside, outside, picks up a block, has the sideline, throws a man down, cuts back for more, across the 40, up to the 42.
Oof. Hey, I don't know who's running this Florida State special teams right there, but what a effort by the guys in the return unit. You saw angles getting taken correctly. They pushed the guys almost out of bounds and then picked them up as soon as they came back in. Beautiful setup on the return, and let's see what the Seminoles can do to answer North Carolina.
Manziel out of the shotgun. Gets the snap. Cat blitz doesn't get to him in time. Ward dancing, weaving past a man. Good gain right there, maybe about 15.
Yeah. Great coverage in the secondary on the receivers. A little check down swing to the back makes one guy miss, and then, you know, dudes being dudes in open field is always fun to watch, and that's a big play.
Manziel again keeps it this time, pulls it back, following his blocks, cuts back to the inside and picks up almost 10, second and inches.
You know, yeah, we talk about dudes being dudes in space. You know, I thought the guy who did not get blocked right there for North Carolina might have had a chance, but Manziel cut it up quick, made a little shoulder shake, and got about 9.5, even though I said 10.
Manziel shares the backfield with Ward. Manziel getting a lot of reps right now. Completion to McLean. Although the defender looked like he had position, Manziel, that's why he's named Johnny Manziel.
Hey, for good or for bad, right? You ride or die with Manziel. And I mean, I don't, needle meet thread. That's about all I can say right there. Holy. I don't know if he could try that, if he could do that again, but either way, EA can be a little finicky sometimes, as we've all seen, but it's a first down for the Seminoles.
Bowen steps in this full pistol with the handoff to Jason Voorhees, and the tight end is going to pick up 5.
Even the tight ends need some love every once in a while, and if they work their ass off in practice, maybe you make the deal with them. Hey, if you work your tail off this week in practice, you do what we ask you to do. Maybe we'll throw you a bone when nobody's expecting it, and that's kind of what you see there. And quick 5 yards, you'll take that every time.
2nd and 5 here at the 10. 2 minutes on the clock. Counter on the left side to Ward, cuts it back to the middle, able to pick up 2 more. Good stop by the Tar Heels to leave it at 3rd and 3.
Absolutely. It looked like the outside. Initially, the outside was going to be, the edge was going to be sealed off by the North Carolina defender, and then the last second knifed inside and limited that play. If the back takes that outside, potentially there's a little bit more space to maybe at least pick up the first potentially, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, and we got an interesting 3rd down here, George.
3 wides to the right. Bowen in the backfield, the left-hander, sends Ward out. Bowen calling his own number, and he's going to get close to it now, a 4th and 1. 1:20 left on the clock. And there's a timeout. I was wondering if either of these coaches was going to use one right here, and it makes sense that it comes from North Carolina.
Absolutely. You want to try to save as much time on the back end of this possession as possible, because obviously North Carolina's been moving the ball kind of however they want to start the restart of this game. So, Von's very confident in his abilities to push the ball down the field and put up points. So, giving yourself a little bit of extra time, not kind of letting Florida State bleed the whole clock out to end the half. It's a smart play, football IQ wise.
Now they break the huddle. Everybody's getting lined up. Really tight, compact sets here for both offense and the defense. 5 seconds, and Seminoles are going to take a timeout, get out of that play.
Yeah, when you see 8 or 9, when you see probably 9 defenders in the box, every blocker in on that play has to get some sort of push. And with how fast North Carolina's been knifing through some of these gaps in the run game, probably a wise decision by Coach Bowen.
Same formation here. Douglas goes in motion. Going to be a jet sweep. I thought he was going to pull it back from him. And that's a turnover on downs.
The term paralysis by analysis may have gotten there. I mean, that was a good play in theory. It looks like we have another timeout here. Maybe getting the two-way player CincyBowen a breather potentially.
Don't know.
Don't know either.
Tar Heels with the ball at the 9, 1:16 on the clock. Got 2 timeouts left. Had some success in the deep passing game. Running the football, maybe could sprinkle that in a little bit on this last possession, but got a lot of yards to go. Hand off to Nelly St. Lunatic, and he's not going to get past the stick, so the clock will run.
Yep. All right. Quick hurry up, but simple play to cut the distance in half, and we're going no huddle real fast.
4 wide, shotgun here. Bowen, the user defender over there on the other side. Hand off to St. Lunatic off the left side. He gets past the sticks on this one. Going to be about another 6-yard gain there.
Yeah, plenty of time on the clock. Especially if they're giving you a light box with how St. Lunatic's been running the ball in this first half. Like, why not? Catch the defense potentially off guard. The clock stops temporarily until the chains are set. Plus you have 2 timeouts. You got plenty of time here. Everything's still in your playbook.
Drake May snaps immediately. Rolls right immediately. A couple defenders make him shorten it, and that could have easily been a pick by the Seminoles. They just deflected down, but had a lot of pressure, flushed him out of the pocket, forced him into a bad pass.
Yeah, great job of getting pressure there. Initially the throw looked to be open, but this Florida State defense, they got some athletic players as well. Don't get it twisted, but an undercut like that, it was close.
Drake May running out to the right again. Throwing it deep. Bowen in the area with the incredible user pick. Teabags his own teammate. That was one of the most incredible user pirouette catches at the high point, taking it away from the defender, or from the Tar Heel wide receiver.
Yeah, that was CincyBowen being CincyBowen. There was a scandal way back in the day in the Tour de France, folks, about some blood doping. For how much CincyBowen is on this field running around, we might need to get the testing commission back running up, because this guy is just all over the place and doesn't seem to be tired at all.
Vince will not piss in a cup for you or anyone else.
Manziel now drops back to pass, delivering a deep ball 1-on-1. Douglas comes down with it.
What a catch. As the middle of the field, as the bender of the middle of the field, the second level guy, wide open. Manziel's like, nah, we go big or we go home. And he took the shot. The receiver made a great catch. And,
I thought the safety did a great job to get over there. Now in field goal range already, looking for more, need it because they're down 14. Voorhees in motion from right to left. Manziel with no timeouts. The play clock under 10. Takes a snap, drifting back. Quick crossing route. Defender had his hand up. Thought that was going to get thrown away. And they're not past the sticks, so they got to go on the ball here.
Yeah,
Wide receivers
they got to go on the ball,
position.
potentially spike the ball or something. Who knows?
Might be the last play of the quarter or the half.
And you got to get the ball off quick.
This is it. This is the last play. Manziel lofts one up to Hollywood Brown. Antonio Brown can't come down with a user swat there for the Tar Heels. Protects the 14-point lead.
Oof. That's an eventful way to end the half. Trust me, I am not the one to talk when it comes to game management. If you saw the first game of the night, fellas, I was bad decisions at the end of the half, but by me on that game. But what do you think so far, George? I think teams are feeling each other out. There's some explosive plays on each end. One through the air, a little bit more. One on the ground, as my dogs are barking in the background. I don't know. Interesting first half.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great game. I mean, I think the pick six is really what separates the game so far. I think what hurts Florida State a little bit is that Manziel threw a good ball to CincyBowen that he dropped. I mean, I want to tip my cap to the UNC defender, but he was beaten on that route, and CincyBowen just dropped it. But he also made up for it with that incredible user catch too, to stop the Tar Heels from extending this lead even further. But low key, what I really think the difference in this game, besides the obvious pick six, is that right there at the end of the half, Florida State didn't have any more timeouts. They were forced they're forced to use timeouts to kind of prevent them being in offensive plays and defensive plays that they didn't like, and looks and situations, and they use their timeouts rather than taking penalties, which I'm for. But when they needed a timeout, they didn't have one. Then there's the goal line play, or the jet sweep that didn't convert. But yeah, go ahead, Coach.
I also, if you look at it at the stats, folks, North Carolina 5 for 5 on third downs, keeping the chains moving. Yeah, that is a critical stat. We'll see what happens at the end of the game, but that's 5 for 5 to start in the first half. You can't ask for a better start.
Toafili finding the blocks, and there's one man to beat. He cuts inside him, and that slows him down just enough for the cavalry to get him down. But he's across the 50 with a monster gain up to the 28. Holy shit.
Yeah, hey, like we talked about before, George, whoever is the special teams coordinator for Florida State, man, hey, Coach Bowen better give him a raise because he is setting his offense up very well so far in this ball game.
That was exactly what Florida State needed. Facing this down 14 right here. They're already sniffing the red zone. Manziel from shotgun drops back to pass, delivers the ball, and Bowen and the defender, both the offensive guy and defensive guy, have zero awareness. That was just well, let's blame the game. Let's blame neither coach.
Right.
Yeah, I mean both guys are better than that.
If you look at if we had a live look at both coaches' hands, I think the triangle button would be through the back of the controller right now.
Yeah,
I just have a hunch.
Yeah, both guys just wouldn't look at the ball, wouldn't move their hands. They just complete brain failure out there. And it's a burn down. So CincyBowen now from the shotgun, ready to receive the snap from the center. Under 5 on the play clock, and now it's snapped. Trayshawn Ward out of the backfield picking up 7 yards. They're going to call it 8, and it's now 3rd and 2.
Yep. With that 7-man box North Carolina is sitting in, you're expecting the runs. Your linebackers are going to step up. But you forget about if the back sneaks out of the backfield a little bit and finds a little soft spot underneath, and it's 3rd and manageable. Like Florida State's staying ahead of the chains right here.
CincyBowen in the backfield once again, ready for the snap. Hand off to Ward up the middle, and Ward on back-to-back plays has moved the sticks now for the Seminoles. following up that great kick return, threatening to tie this, or not tie the game, but chip away at the 14-point lead.
Yeah. Quick little inside trap play right there, and you're just trying to hit it quick and trying to get as much as you can. And Ward did a really good job of putting his head down and getting the first down.
Manziel hit as he threw Trayshawn Ward again. An 8-yard gain. Good tackle right there by the Tar Heel.
Going no huddle.
No huddle. Manziel checking the wristband. Out of this full pistol. No, it's not. It's a halfback split. Hit and not tackled for a loss. Manziel working his magic once again. Gets the first down at the 2.
Unreal. If you're the North Carolina defender right there, you don't get blocked. The quarterback keeps it. You are licking your chops ready to take this dude's head off. But somehow, some way, this little Manziel fella is finding a way to just sneakily get away from everybody and set up the Seminoles with 1st and goal.
A lot of big bodies on the field right now, Coach. I absolutely love it. Bowen, the left-hander, gonna find Douglas. I thought he was gonna sprint for it. The corner came off of his block to tackle Bowen, and that's when he slipped it past the defender. And that's going to be a touchdown.
Almost looked like a full run commit, George. Like, hey, if you throw it, you throw it, but we are not letting you run that damn blast play up the middle.
Yeah, and you know what? That would have been the right call if it was the blast, and it wasn't. Found the edge, and in the turn of events now, it's just a 7-point lead for the Tar Heels. A little bit of pressure on the Tar Heels now to have a productive drive themselves, as the Florida State Seminoles had that long kick return, but their defense, the Tar Heels defense was out on the field for a long time there, Coach, for such a short distance.
Indeed. And now we kind of see, Florida State had an answer, right? They come out guns blazing, the crowd's getting back into it. Doak Campbell's starting to rock a little bit. How do the Tar Heels respond here, George? This is going to be interesting. Do they run it with Nelly? Do they try to hit the big play in the passing game? Let's find out.
Here's the first handoff to Nelly. Able to find a crease after bouncing off of his own blocker. Pick up 5.
Indeed. We're running a nice strong eye power right there. Just trying to get, we talk about staying ahead of the chains. There's a reason North Carolina was 5 for 5 on 3rd down, because I almost guarantee you, if we go back and look at the footage, almost all of them were 5 yards or less for 3rd down conversions. So, once again, Coach Von doing a great job of managing the chains effectively, and it's cuts it right in half.
May drops back to pass. Good crossing route. Almost first down yardage. 3rd and 2.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we're stepping in real quick. Coach is gonna run the booth solo for a little bit. I guess we're getting a little bit low on snacks in the booth, so George is gonna go get some snacks. But all right, here we go. 3rd and 2, folks. Big play here. Let's see what we got. Okay, running in the offset, 10 personnel look. May hands the ball off to Nelly. Little shimmy shake. Once again, 6 for 6 now on 3rd downs for North Carolina. Quick little inside zone play. Not trying to read it. Just trying to hand the ball off to their stud running back. Let him drop a shoulder. Make a couple guys miss. Get 3 to 4 yards. Perfect execution there. All right, 1st and 10 here. Looks like single high from Florida State. Trips look to the left. Oh, we're going to flip it. The old flipper. Oh, going into a bunch set. Okay, May drops back, looking, rolling. Throws it, and oh my goodness, right into the hands of the big fella. Oh my goodness. And May looks over to the sidelines. Doesn't really want to look at his head coach or his OC right now, but whew, you live to see another down if you're UNC. If you're Florida State, man, these D linemen talk about how, well, coach, I can go catch a football. Well, exhibit A, bud. That's why you put your hand in the dirt. Anyways, bunch set again. Play action pass from May over the middle and picks up a 1st down. Gets
Thanks.
it to Carr. Great job.
Thanks, Coach. I after 6 quarters of football, I had to take a little bit of a break there. May hitting the quick curl route, and Deion Sanders makes him pay. Big user hit right there, but great first down.
Quick, effective, and precise. They're not letting this athletic Florida State team undercut any ball because Drake May's just spitting it out there faster than guys can break on it, which is, pretty fun to watch if you're an offensive guy, if you're a defensive guy, all about the timing and everything like that. It can be very, very frustrating.
Tight end to the right, and they're going to run out there, and they got a defender right on him. Great precision pass right there to St. Lunatic out of the backfield. Bowen with a clutch tackle, but first down yardage at the 25.
Indeed, nice job of getting outside the pocket by May, waiting for a little bit of an opening on the wheel. Spits it out there on the outside shoulder. If it was on the inside shoulder, CincyBowen probably gets one of those big mitts he has on it. But great placement by May once again. And the Tar Heels are threatening the red zone here in the third quarter.
May looking sharp on this possession, this drive. From the right hash, 2 tight ends to the right. St. Lunatic on the left hip, and it's going to be a counter run. No, off tackle. He's going to get hit down after only a yard, but a little different play there.
Yeah, little bit of a change-up. Just trying to keep the defense honest. Just seeing how the defense is going to react to throwing them just something a little bit different. But it looks like Coach Von's saying, running backs, get your ass off the field. We're going empty.
Yeah, 5 wideouts tried onto the field. 2nd and 9 right here. Ball to 25. 3 down linemen look for the Seminoles. Bowen, the user over there. 1-man motions over there to Bowen's side. Now the numbers match up. And May, good pass protection. Somebody came flying from the left side, but he's able to complete the pass. 3rd and 4.
Yeah. Using that vertical concept, having a couple underneath routes as well. Kind of, especially if you're going to cover the deep ball, take away the explosive play, the underneath stuff's usually going to be there. And once again, North Carolina faces a 3rd and manageable.
4 wide. St. Lunatic on the left hip. Stays in the block. Throws into coverage. Tight window. First down. Tar Heels.
Man, the way Drake May has been, I don't know, man. The way Drake May has been throwing the ball into tight windows. Receivers are hanging onto the ball. Offensive lines not giving them the old lookout blocks where they just pretty much just turn and let the defense run after them. But once again, another 3rd down conversion for the Tar Heels.
Done a good job of killing the clock. Let's see if they can cap it off with a score. Drake May keeping it, calling his own number, gets 1 yard off right tackle.
Right. Something maybe Florida State did not expect. Right there with the quarterback run. There was some room there, but the defense for Florida State swarmed in quick and limited it to just a yard.
Drake May doesn't hit the screen pass. I think it's one of those plays, Coach, where the button doesn't work. I'm sure that's it, right? Are they looking for something downfield? We'll have to ask the coach in the interview.
Yeah, I saw something coming across the middle. I think the first window on the throw was open, but the defender slid a little bit, maybe made the quarterback a little hesitant to throw that ball into a closing window.
Yeah.
But now, here's the first big 3rd down for distance for North Carolina.
Yeah. Still could get a new set of downs if they reach inside the 5. 10 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Floating out to the right. Throws a bullet. Deion Sanders there gets his hands on it, but it's going to be incomplete. Florida State crowd loves that. 4th and 22, Coach.
Right, and like we talked about, it was interesting to see how this is going to go. All the 3rd downs for Coach Von so far before this had been manageable, It's hard to complete a 22-yarder with not much room left after that.
It's going to be a 35-yard kick, 34 maybe, from the right hash. Good kick just inside the upright, and that's going to put them back to a 10-point lead, two-score lead.
Yeah. But hey, if you're Florida State after what happened on that drive, the defensive coordinator's happy with only giving up a field goal.
So a Philly standing at 1 yard behind his goal line takes it out of the end zone, and he's not going to get nearly as good a return on this one. Stop short about at the 15. Down, they're going to mark it at the 14.
I don't know who was on that left side for Florida State, but they kind of took that rep off a little bit. You know, they kind of got too close together. They couldn't get their angles and push the guys in. But hey, Florida State's got the ball back. Let's see if they can bring it back to a one-possession game.
Ward in the backfield with Manziel. Manziel breaking out of the pocket, steps up and throws, and Ward is going to have a big gain right here, maybe about 15 to 20 yards, and over on the right hash now. It's up to the 36.
Coverage on the outside for North Carolina has been superb so far in this game. But if there's one spot that North Carolina seems to be having some troubles, is when the running back slips out of the backfield, and Ward once again makes the underneath defense of the Tar Heels pay.
Coach, you're not holding your yellow pad, are you? You didn't just write that down, did you?
No.
Okay. Trips to the right. Ward in the backfield with Manziel. Manziel, quick fire to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown climbing the ladder right there. Picks up an 8-yard gain.
Climbing the ladder he did, but if you're Coach Bowen here, you know, did Antonio Brown even need to climb the ladder there? If someone would have reached up and kept running with the ball, he could have picked up the first down.
Yeah.
But it's 8 yards. He'll take it, and it's 2nd and 2.
Manziel making an adjustment. Second adjustment out there. Gets a snap. Quick out route. McClain makes a reception, and that's going to be another first down for the Seminoles.
Pitch and catch right there. You saw the backers creeping up a little bit. You know, if somebody's gonna blitz, somebody else in the back end has to make up for it. The safety had to spin down from quite a distance to cover that, and that's pretty simple read and catch there.
One of the shortest out routes, but effective on that one, huh?
Indeed. Take what they give you.
4's up in chat. UNC coach has his own 4 up. 1st and 10 near midfield here. Florida State needs a score, a stop, and another score. And UNC needs to shut that door with a turnover. Whoa.
Hang on. Uh-oh.
My heart skipped a beat right there. We're checking the injury report, folks.
Uh-oh, got the trainer.
CincyBowen, that is tragic.
Oh,
tragic.
Oh, my goodness.
You guys in chat, if you have the emote with the man with the little face, put it in chat right now. That is absolutely tragic.
So now it's strictly on the shoulders of young Manziel to try to lead the Seminoles back down 10 here in the 4th quarter. Or are we going to see another change? No, we're not going to see any more changes. But man, like you said, George, that is brutal.
I think that hurts all three teams. I think that hurts special teams, offense and defense, right?
Exactly. I mean, CincyBowen's had big catches. He's thrown the ball. He's ran the ball. He's thrown touchdowns, and he's got a pick in this game.
Yeah.
He's done everything for him.
Yeah, he's their guy. Manziel out here. 1st and 10, though. New set of downs for him. Play clock getting real low. Snapped at 3 seconds. Manziel surveying the field. Loading up. Going into double coverage. Travis Evie, all 6'7" of them, can't bring it down. Had some targets down lower, coach. Wanted it all on that one.
Yeah. If you saw the underneath slant, it was open for a split second. But as they cross paths, the North Carolina team, I don't know if they grabbed his towel or whatever, but he stopped running almost instantly and got covered.
That could have been tragic too. Jason Voorhees, tight end on the right. Brown in the slot on the left. Ward shares the backfield with Manziel. Probably going to see Manziel all the way out here. All the way to the end. Manziel gets pressure from the user defender. Throws back across the field, and that's right into the hands of a Tar Heel defender who is on the run, making men miss. Back up to the 25, up to about the 26.
That's it. You know, those post routes, they look open initially, and if you don't, but you have to have a perfect placement on those. And the athletics secondary for North Carolina slid right underneath that. And the Tar Heels are back at it.
I think it started with the Tar Heel pressure on the quarterback. Drake May feeling the pressure right there, and that's not going to be caught by anyone. That was up for grabs right there, Coach.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know what. Man. Both coaches on the sidelines are furious with the player in that interaction. You should have caught it. You should have pick sixed it. What are we doing out here? Somebody get me a clipboard. Anyways, it's second down.
Yeah. Fun to be sharing the booth with you. All right. Hand off to St. Lunatic. Finds the edge. Using the speed. Great tackle. Diving tackle. St. Lunatic. I thought he had the edge, Coach. I thought he was going to turn upfield and get a bunch.
Whew. Hey, you know, we had a big injury with the Florida State CincyBowen. Hey, that defensive end right there, they might want to check, make sure he didn't pop a hamstring trying to fully extend and make that tackle. But third and long here. We saw the last third and long for North Carolina.
Drake May delivering a deep crossing route over the middle. I know how much you love that. And the wide receiver able to truck two men, throw one down, and cross into what's nearly probably red zone area, at least in field goal range at the 30 now.
Huge play there. You say May saw the pressure coming, saw the little bit of off coverage in man with that corner, and spit the ball on that deep dig route for a first down. You love to see it.
Trips bunch right for May and St. Lunatic. Fakes it to St. Lunatic, dropping to the left and being chased, and throws it out of bounds. The defender had a beat on him, Coach. He had no choice.
Yeah, no choice, but I'm wondering, Coldboy Clink right there just literally ran. He was running like gassers across the field real quick. He's getting his conditioning in mid-game. Not sure about that one, but hey, interesting tactic.
Here's the snap from under center. Drake May processes and throws a great pass for first down yardage right at the sticks.
Yeah, literally right at the sticks. The route was run crisply. May spit it in there. Okay, you know, there's not much room on some of these throws, but when you do get the room and the separation and man coverage, you got to be able to spit it in there. And May did that pretty well.
Hand off to St. Lunatic up the middle. Good tackle, but he gets 9 on the carry, 2nd and 1.
Man, shout out to that North Carolina left guard. He took that D tackle from Florida State. He might want to charge bus fare because he took his ass for a ride up the field.
What a time to assert himself this late in the game, protecting that lead and looking to extend it. Hand off, follows the fullback. The fullback is a complete dumbass. And St. Lunatic still able to get great yardage. Coach, talk about the fullback play there.
Well, being a former college fullback myself, you know, when in doubt, go fucking hit somebody. Pardon my French. And what does he do? He makes a business decision.
Coach,
and this is why the fullback position is dying, George.
Coach, he turned all the way back around to see where St. Lunatic was. He was facing his own backfield. That's not how you play.
You can't be a spectator when you're part of the play, George.
I was so angry by that. I'm triggered. Oh my goodness. The collision drops the ball out of there. And that's going to be the incomplete pass. Drake May had a lot of pressure on him right there, Coach.
Well, I mean, as you see the personnel groupings coming in as we're getting closer to the goal line, Florida State's starting to take away some of their perimeter guys. They're beefing up. They're getting the big hog mollies down there. And they're like, hey, listen, we can rally to a football. We got plenty of speed and size. But, you know, oh boy.
North Carolina looks to put it away right here. And a crossing route from Drake May to his wide receiver right over the middle. Looks like it's going to do exactly just that. And UNC is going to go up 17 with this extra point.
Wow. You know, running a goal line set and your opponent comes out and empty, you are scrambling at best to try to get in proper alignment. Good call there. Good chess move there by Coach Vaughn. And, you know, when people vacate, the middle of the field is going to probably be open. Spit the ball in there for May. And it's now up to a 3-possession lead.
So if Philly gets this one for 4 yards deep, he's got to bring it out and make a play for his team. Breaks to the inside, now to the outside, back to the inside. Able to get past one man. 2 more were there. And he's going to be brought down maybe about the 25-yard line. They're going to call it the 24. 4:39 left on the play clock, or on the game clock. Down 17 here.
You got to go at hyperspeed if you're Florida State. You got to try to score as fast as you can to try to save enough time, keep the possessions. There we go.
Manziel flushed out of the pocket, staying on his feet, taking contact downfield. Gets a first down. Gets up right away really quickly. And they're going to go no huddle with this one, saving every second like you mentioned.
Yeah, you love the heart of the kid, but damn it, kid, he might as well slide in a situation like that.
Especially with the backup CincyBowen out for 4 weeks. You know, how much more of this roster can Florida State surrender to injury?
Oh, uh-oh. We got a little bit of input lag going on. Coach Bowen is hot on the sideline.
Happens to every coach at some point.
Indeed.
Manziel surveying the field, wants to go up top. Man-on-man coverage. Short arms it. Travis Evie had a step, and he's the biggest man on the field, but Manziel not able to get enough air under it for him.
And, you know, after the big run with Manziel, does a stamina move come into play when he's trying to throw that deep ball? Can't get his legs and you know, fully rotate and spin the ball. It's tough. It's tough, especially for a young kid.
Yeah. Well said, Coach. Manziel over the middle to McLean. McLean's had a good game, and that's going to be first down yardage, stopping the clock and moving the sticks. Florida State staying in this no huddle on the ball.
They are huffing and puffing, but hey, you're down 3 scores. There's no time to be tired.
Manziel buying all the time that he can. Uncorks one. Travis Evie in the area. Ball's going to hit off his helmet, and the defender couldn't even turn around for that one, Coach.
Some crumps. You know, you're almost running the fade release there, and yet you're giving him a choice right at the top of the route to come back to the ball, and he does a good job coming back to the ball, but you know, son, it's kind of hard to catch the football with your face mask. You know, but yeah, just the triangle button not registering on the controller, and it's just it can be a very frustrating time when this becomes a repeated pattern.
Got a new quarterback. That's Matthews right there. Matthews showing some athleticism, able to get away from the defenders from the outright, but continued pursuance from both edges forces him to throw it away rather than taking a sack.
Yeah, and if you look at, oh my goodness, we'll talk about it after the play breaks, but there's probably a big reason why North Carolina is starting to get some pressure out, and we'll wait till the huddle breaks and then I'll give my point. The main reason that right tackle is sucking wind, George. He is huffing and puffing so much right now.
3rd and 10, midfield, Manziel. Oh boy, and that right tackle got beat on that one. Manziel is dropped for another loss. 4th and 22 now.
Man, you know, you hate to see the big fella. Probably, you know, it's probably a warm night here in Doak Campbell. Maybe he's been, you know, in the food court lines a little bit too long. Maybe not doing exactly what the nutritionists are telling him.
Yeah.
And in 4th quarter, he's starting to run out of fuel.
Yeah. Manziel with Ward and To'Philly in the backfield. Evie and Brown on the right. Manziel looking deep, trying to get it across those sticks on this 4th down. And Antonio Brown with the great separation, true hands, and that's going to be a 1st down. FSU inside the 20.
What a throw, but Antonio Brown literally didn't even. It literally was like he was just running, and then all of a sudden he just grabbed the ball right out of the air. Didn't even slow down at all.
Yeah, his
hell of a job by a hell of an athlete.
His turbo button definitely works. Manziel right here, all the way on the right sideline. Gonna run past the defender and then throw it. There's got to be so much lag going on right now. I mean, that's the only way that I can see that button triggered way late. You know, that's all I could.
Yeah, he's like a yard past the line of scrimmage, and yet it's still counting as an incomplete pass. Yeah, we've all been there before, and you know, you're frustrated in the heat of the moment, but in hindsight, when you look back at it, you're just gonna be like, well, EA's being EA today, and that's about all you can say.
Manziel dropping back, gets a little bit of pass pro there, delivers it to To'Philly, and To'Philly fights forward for a couple more. 3rd and 3 now. 3 minutes left to play.
You got to give FSU some credit, man. They have a lot of heart. No matter how grim this circumstance seems, they're just going to keep fighting until the clock hits 000.
Manziel, not a lot of room to deliver that pass. To'Philly, he's going to drop because he gets hit as he throws. Manziel, pretty nifty play right there, but To'Philly drops it on him. Now it's going to be 4th down.
Yep. So, you know, it's a 3-possession lead either way. So, like, if you really felt confident absolutely in your defense, could you potentially settle for a field goal if it was like 4th and 13? Yes, but at the same time, you're this close. You might as well just try to punch it in and get it within 10.
Oh, and the Tar Heel defender is going to take it the other way. Looks like he's going to be caught. Manziel tackles him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And that's North Carolina's opportunity now to kneel on the ball or go for more if they want to run up a score.
Well, you know, that's great what we call from a defensive standpoint, playing sticks defense, right? Where you are literally sitting at the sticks. If they throw it past you, so be it. But, you know, great jump there by the defender, and North Carolina can kind of pound the ball here and get out of Tallahassee with a dub.
Nelly St. Lunatic with the carry off the right side. 1st down run right there. Up to midfield, 49-yard line.
Yep. The common theme tonight is when North Carolina hands the ball off to 44, he's not usually getting touched till 3 to 4 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Lunatic with the carry once again. Going to be an 8-yard pickup there. Clock going to continue to roll. Ball up to the 41.
Clock's going to continue to roll. Looks like Florida State looks like they're not calling timeouts yet. So we'll kind of see what happens after this play potentially, but you know, we still got a 2nd and 2 here.
Hand off to Nelly, goes right up the middle, past the sticks, 1st down, Tar Heels.
Yeah, and you would expect now it's 2 minutes to go in the game, potentially sitting on the ball till the clock bleeds out a little bit. You can still run your basic offense and everything, but I would assume this is probably going to be about it here, George.
Under 10 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Hand off to St. Lunatic. Goes back to the inside. Gain of 5.
Yep. You know, nice little counter design there out of a tighter set. More condensed set. And we don't see a timeout here by the Florida State coaches. I think they're kind of everybody kind of understands the situation, but just run your base stuff here for North Carolina, and it'll be a nice plane ride home.
Drake May keeping the ball, falling across the sticks after contact.
Yep, nice little counter bash there. And I believe only one more play has to be run in this game. So will we see another run play? Will we see a kneel? To be determined. And that should do it here, George.
Yeah, victory formation, kneeling on the ball right there. No timeouts in contest by Florida State. And that's going to put Florida State to 2-1 on the season. And that's going to put North Carolina, I believe, at 2-1 on the season. Chat, if you've got questions, throw them in.
Yep. I'll say we're more than happy to help. Three, two, one, and that is a final here in Tallahassee.
Oh, man, we backed out of that game so fast.
Yep. Maybe we can at least especially get some stats up for the game.
I can give you stats, guys. I got up on mine.
Hey, Vaughn, give us something that you like about the game, something that frustrated you or that you want to work on going forward.
The running game worked really well. I didn't use it enough against JT. Kind of got it going in the computer game. And the hardest thing is calling plays that you guys haven't seen before. Since I've streamed enough of this offense, I've had to change plays. Same thing on defense. I think I confused them a little bit with some of the formations that I was running because there's not ones I normally run. So, got to do something different and let my speed and my defense take over, which it did. You guys were talking about the third down conversions. That was critical. Otherwise, I'd have been given the ball back. He would have had more time come back in this game, especially in the first half. Got to clean up some of the throws because it could have been a whole lot more turnovers on my end. He kind of forced some on his end, but I did as well. I just got the benefit of him being dropped. So, I wasn't planning on throwing the ball a whole lot today. I threw enough, got that one big play. But we really wanted to establish the run and keep his offense off the field as much as possible and mix it up. I'm looking at stats here for you guys too. He had 319 yards of offense and I had 322. So it was very, very even on the offense. I had one turnover. He had 3. Time of possession was 16 for me to 12 for him. So yeah, the biggest difference was that 8 out of 9 on third down, and he was 4 out of 8 on third down, but he did get 2 out of 4 fourth downs. So helping you with the stats there.
Yeah. Let's say, Vaughn, I have something for you. So, like I talked about, IRL wise, third down is, we call it the money down for a reason, right? Was that kind of your thought process going in, especially with, the first user game not going your way, helping yourself out potentially, staying ahead of the chains? Is that kind of the big philosophy you kind of took maybe from your CPU game and kind of try to implement it tonight against Florida State?
Yeah, it was to be third and short so I could pass or run. Get those 3rd and 12s, 3rd and 20s. Everybody just drops back and looks for a user pick. So If I can keep it shorter, 5 yards or less, then I can throw whatever pass I want. I can run any play I want, because if you're looking for the pass, they're going to block really well. I'm probably going to pick it up. So yeah, it was to keep those manageable, so I can keep the clock going, keep him off the field. He's got 2 dynamic quarterbacks, and trying to keep a hold on those guys. Luckily, my defensive line and my linebackers had some speed to kind of limit what they did today. He still had some. I mean, he threw for 258 yards, but we held them to 61 yards of rushing, so that was critical.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the fact that you saw your offensive line, especially in the second half, like just open up lanes every which way. You have talent in this team. There's no doubt about it. But it's nice to see the offensive line and the philosophy on offense establishing a true identity and kind of adapting, not just, what you're used to running, but kind of what the personnel that is here and the personnel you got maybe late in your recruiting process, starting to turn around. It reminds me a lot of the Wisconsin team a couple of years ago, where we maybe didn't have the greatest talent in the world, but eventually we started figuring it out and started scheming stuff to utilize our kids' skill sets better. And it's always fun to see that.
The cool thing about Nelly, I mean, Nelly's got 95 speed, so he can get to the edge and get around those guys. There's a couple of runs. They didn't get really long runs, but he got to the edge and got around and pick up 10, 11, 12 yards. But he runs through the tackles just as well as any guy that's bigger and stronger and a little bit slower. So, it kind of negates his speed a little bit going straight up the middle. But if he breaks one of those runs up the middle, he's going to be gone. So, that was good to see him be able to run those inside runs, even though he's got all the speed.
Absolutely. Great to see.
Good game, Cincy, man. Hey, guys, there was some lag throughout it. It wasn't horrendous, but it was noticeable at certain points. I mean, it always is there when we have no huddle plays, but some of those plays where our guys just didn't move on the ball, neither one of us could move our guy to go get the ball. So there were instances where the lag was not fun.
Yeah, George, you have anything else for Von?
Nope.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Nice call, guys. Cincy, good game, man. Sorry we had to restart that. That really sucked, because it is what it is, though.
Hey, Bowen, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, boys. What's up?
Right on, man. Just wanted to say that on that 4th down near the goal line there, you called a jet sweep. Was there something that you were seeing from Von to call that jet sweep?
Yeah, I was hoping maybe he would send everybody kind of in the middle, and my guy would kind of sweep out. He's done it a few times within the last couple of years, and really never had a problem with that play. Kind of getting out to the outside and normally getting a first down, not even if not a touchdown, but unfortunately, he's got some defenders that made some good plays, and just kind of that play went his way.
Really like what I'm seeing out of Manziel. Became a tall task for him after the pick 6, though. What's it looking like now that you don't have Bowen going forward for the next 4 weeks?
Yeah, once the team kind of found out Bowen was out, it's kind of like a punch gut to the stomach. I think the boys kind of got that syndrome where the star player's out, now we can't win type shit. So he's out for 4 weeks, and we got a 4-week stretch. So they're gonna have to figure this out without CincyBowen. It's a gut wrenching blow.
Well, I appreciate you coming by and doing the interview with us.
Appreciate it.
So Cincy, even though the result wasn't what you like, talk to me about Ward out of the passing game. The back sneaking out. You saw obviously throwing the ball vertically at times was challenging to say the least, but I think scheming your running back open really well led to some pretty nice results for you in the passing game.
Yeah, he was. Vaughn was game 2. He brought a heavy case of the blitz. I guess somebody's got to be open. And normally it was probably the guy that was normally covering the running back. So his linebacker was probably obviously rushing in. We had a couple misreads, so we were able to get the ball away. But he was able to get some sacks at the same time. But, yeah, we were always able to get the running back position going in the pass game. We've been able to do that for the last few years.
Yeah, definitely at least helped you move the chains and get that stuff. On the flip side, though, like you talked about getting some sacks, looks like your offensive line, as the game got kind of wore on, they kind of got a little bit tired. You know, whatever it was with the no huddle and stuff like that. You go back to the film room with your O-line coach. What's got to happen to make sure some of these freaks off the edge you're going to see going forward don't necessarily get there that quickly at times?
Yeah, we got to work on a couple things in the film room, but we definitely got to work on the O-line drills. Funny thing is, a lot of these guys are veterans, and we're going to be hurting in the next year or two if we don't get a few people in. So hopefully, O-line coach can kind of get this figured out. We need to get figured out on defense. 14 points this year. So far in the first game, I think we've been averaging at least 31 points a game. Only 14. I don't want to see us kind of decline like we did the previous year. So, we got a lot of work to do on both sides of the ball, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, don't we all, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you watched the game. You may have watched the game earlier. I was frustrated with myself. We only put up 28. But you know what? At the end of the day, you lay it all on the line. You go back. You write your notes. You take whether they're on paper or mentally. Maybe not make the same mistake twice, and you'll be on the other side of the outcome going forward.
Exactly. I mean, it's a good thing about college football. You only play each opponent once unless you see them in a bowl game. So, I mean, next year we got North Carolina circled. Good game, Von. It was fun. You can't pay for that type of adrenaline. Appreciate George doing the double header, and I appreciate you, Brusoe, and Nine Lou calling the games with him today, and appreciate Von making time for the game as well. You guys have a good night.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks, Bowen. And you know what? Just interesting looking here at chat. Chat redeemed this $15,000 or 15,000 point redemption here, asking you about your game plan next week. And here's why. It's because tomorrow, the OK State coach, the man who redeemed that, is playing Iowa. So stay tuned for that game tomorrow, chat and Bowen, because next week we do have that Florida State matchup against Oklahoma State. So that's why he's asking what's your game plan for next week, because he's trying to pick your brain.
I'll answer. Yeah, 4 verts and Hail Marys. So
there you go. You
pretty
heard
much
it here. Put that on your yellow pad. All right, everybody. I appreciate that. Jimmy, send us off on the raid to whoever. And you guys, love you all. Appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. I'll be producing OK State at Iowa. Thanks, everybody.